Good evening, and welcome for another night of painting, or our first night of painting this year. Hi, Ulfric. I should need. There we go. I'll mute that so I don't hear myself talking. Again, tonight's going to be a bit hit and miss trying to get stuff tested and set up. We've had a couple of little run-throughs during the week trying to get bits working, and it seems to be reasonable. So, hi Zoe, hi Dida, and I think everything is just about set. We started some Legion bits on. Hiya, Captain. Started a couple of Legion crash pods on yesterday. We airbrushed a couple of bits, got the base colours. So I'll go through what we've done so far. We've done two, so I only need one of them out at the moment. So for that, we've primed it in silver, and then went to Vallejo's metal colour, and that gives us the silver over the top, or the deeper silver over the top. We then sprayed the scenery piece black. Then we used I get down GW's Zandri Dust, and then the extra sand and extra bits and pieces on it are from Vallejo Earth Texture, and then we're gonna put some washes on that tonight. Then R2D2, who is very bright, is just primed in white, Badger airbrush white, and then a 50-50 Nullin and Lamium medium wash, just to get that started off. And C3PO, who is super bright, we used Vallejo's liquid gold. So far, that's where we're at. So we've got a couple of new things tonight. Couple of prizes. No worries. I think all of the messaging stuff should be set up. I'm presuming Zoe's about to test it. We had some trouble with some of the messages and some of the bits and pieces in the last one. So let's have a look. Cool. The point system works. How long has the stream been running? There you go. So we're going to run a raffle a bit later on. So the raffle will have some prizes. We've got a handful of promos to give out. So and there we have it. So we're going to do 5 lots. The bottom right hand corner is a set of they are actually damage counters, but I've been using them as target locks for X-Wing. So there's a set there. They are produced by They're produced by Cogatufras. I think it was Liam Hall got them done originally, and then we've had bits and pieces done off them, and I got a set of them as well. There is fully modded Lighting, who's just joined the group, and Isla Rock. There is fantastic. I've got it here. It's a shield upgrade in acrylic from Fully Modded Lighting. We've got quite a few bits from our good friend Kay, who's been really nice and gave us a lot of stuff. Hopefully more of these, and we'll get them all sent out. There may be slow issues in the next couple of weeks over deliveries, but we'll make sure they get them out. Hi Simon. So that's the token pack. The next one is a pair of cards from Firestorm Squadron. I got these for basically going on the live stream and absolutely sucking at the system open. I got a handful, and I know there's going to be Legion players coming along tonight as well as the X-Wing crowd, so we have a set of 4 Legion promos that I've picked up, and then a set, again 5 lots, so this is the 5th set, and we're going to have a set of X-Wing cards. So these are going up at 9:30. It will cost 10 Imperial credits, so just watching should cover you for the Imperial credits for each ticket. We'll have the draw around about 10 o'clock, and then we'll sort that. So let me just take off the prize picture. We do have a goal. Whether we reach the goal or not, that is it. For the time being, it's not going to matter if we reach the goal or not. It'd be nice to get some money into the stream because there's a couple of bits that we need to get to help it along. But other than that, the raffle will go ahead no matter what. So stuff we're going to do. So I'd like to get these somewhere near finished. Get some more coats down and get some of the basing done on C3PO and stuff like that. I got something to show you. We've been working on a lot of Legion stuff over the last week. So some of the bits and pieces of Legion that we've done, that we've got left that hasn't been sent out, is these fellas. So we've done a pair of them. There's a couple of bits left to do. I've not done the eyes. I've got a couple of little bits to do along the lips to highlight the lips. But these are Legion dewbacks. I saw a lad had painted them on I think it was Thursday or Friday last week, and someone had painted a red one and it looked absolutely fantastic. So I've borrowed his idea and painted a couple in red, and they look fantastic. I don't know whether to sell them or keep them for myself because they look really cool. And obviously the 2 different sets of troops to go in the back. Thank you for following. So yeah, and there to go on. Other bits and pieces, we have a rescued set of, you can hardly see them, Death Troopers. These came and they had quite a bit of unfortunately they had quite a bit of silicon on. The bases were really nice. I think I might have actually thrown them out. So the bases had water effects and stuff like that on, and unfortunately in the in the transportation to us, it's actually got snapped off or squashed, and about half of them the bases had been ruined. So we decided to just take them all off. So I've just noticed your points haven't gone up. Let me have a look. Start loyalty. Settings. Sorry about this. Some of the settings don't seem to have set. So donations have got a thing on. Subscription, unfollow. Unfollow should have 10 points. Payout to live users 1 every 5 minutes. Has yours not gone up, Zoe? I'll have to keep an eye on that. If it comes to it, I'll just thank you for the follow, Dan. And Gotham72. Have you been on more than 5 minutes? No, it's not going up. Giveaways, betting polls. Let me have a look. Yep, no one's is for some reason. It's set up and running. Hi, Shenanigans. If it comes to it, I'll just put all of the things at 0 for tonight. And thank you for the donation. That's... I missed who did that. Thank you, Ulfric. I should have guessed it would be you. So, anyway, keep an eye on the points going up. I'll double check. I can check with Ulfric's to see if his went up. I'll be loud, but loyalty. Yeah, Ulfric's went up for the donation. And I think they're starting to go up now. Yeah, they're starting to go up, and I gave everyone 5 points extra anyway. Hiya, Ben. There you go, Reese. It's gone up a point. Anyway, so back to the stream. So we're going to do bits and pieces. One of the first things I'm going to do tonight is move the pods out of the way. And I'm going to get the flesh tone down on this just to start it drying. So just Reichland flesh shade. Thank you, Larock, for the donation. That's fantastic. So we went in with the basic Zandri dust, and now I'm not going to use that brush. I'm going to use a big brush because I'll be here all night if I use a small brush. And it should, going off the ones that we've already done, blend itself in. As some of you will have noticed, no glasses. Hiya, Bengar. How's the Marvel Crisis going? There we go. Hi, Paul. As you can see there, that's off camera. I've not got Groot in the Trash Panda yet. I really did fancy doing a Groot, but other things have taken over at the moment. Yeah, I do fancy painting a couple of Franks up. Thanks for the donation, Simon. Oh, Foxy, sorry. There we go. I don't need to be too delicate with it. Just as long as it doesn't massively pull. That's all over my table. If you've noticed, there's a big smudge on the table about here. I cleaned it with the wrong cleaner this afternoon and ruined a really good painting mat, but it's there to get messy. Right. So, while they're drying, you're a star, mate. I've got a bit of work to do before I can open up to subscriptions. Part of that is getting 50... what was it? 50 followers, which we've just hit 30 tonight. And I do understand that it's a brand new channel, that we've only been running the Twitch side of it for 3 or 4 things. So we've got a bit of work to do. Achievements, the thing that I need to look at was... I need to stream for 8 hours, which we're halfway through. Reach 50 followers, which we've hit 30 tonight. Stream on 7 different days, which is down to me. And an average of 3 viewers, and there's 15 people. Oh, wow, thank you very much for coming and watching me babble on about painting and stuff. So I will get on. The next one is a bit different. So what we have is me needing the airbrush. You need to be on. Oh, you're on. It's a button somewhere, top right hand corner. That's the one. Cheers, Ben. Cheers, Marty. Captain Rex is on. Oh, I feel so. Oh, thank you all for coming on. So, bits. Everyone knows I use Badger airbrushes. I hammer the living daylights out of them. If Rasta was to see this, he would kill me. But I can preach to Rasta about cleaning his airbrush as long as he doesn't see mine. So, we're going to put heat distortion onto it through an airbrush using Citadel. They are just Citadel washes, but I've decanted these ones into dropper bottles. Like most of my paint collection from GW is now in dropper bottles. So it does take a lot of people when I say, oh, put the wash through an airbrush, they're like, wait, what? But it goes on and it does a really nice glazing effect. So trying to keep it going round. You can put too much on. I hope you can hear me over the compressor because the compressor's under my desk. There we go. Starting to get the blue tint. It's not a quick process, but it's a lot quicker than doing it by hand. So, there you go. The blue distortion. The airbrush is loud, yeah. Let me just have a quick look. The base coat is... I've just had it out. It's Vallejo acrylic metal colours. I've just got into these. I bought a couple of them when I was at Element and never really got into it. But it is really... It covers really well whether you use a brush or whether you use an airbrush. That is absolutely brilliant. It's £6.50 for a bottle, but it's a huge, I don't know what size bottle, but a 32ml bottle. It's, yeah, it's quite nice. But to get a bit more of the shine through it, I didn't use that. I used Styrolyze. Badger's airbrush primer, and this is their bright silver, which is very bright, and that gives the Paul's in trouble. Right, another one. I do have 2 of these pods. So, again, I'll go back to that one in a minute. Try not to see, it's starting to, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it's starting just at the tops and bottoms of the panels. Thank you, Bengar, love you. Need to see you again soon, as anyway, when all this finishes and we can come down and play games. So just stop there quickly because the paint was starting to pool. It is a wash at the end of the day and it will pool like it should do, so try not to just put it on too thick. And then also watch your pot, because running out of wash can also cause problems. So I use washes through the airbrush quite a bit. Yeah, we'll come down, mate. I need to make more trips up and down. One definite thing is to come down and see Rasta more. Yeah. So I use washes through the airbrush quite a bit. I've been doing a lot of scenery for Beanie Games at the moment, and that's alright, that one. It's the wall sections. Yeah, you just take care, mate. And again, I've been doing it exactly the same as them. Basically covering it in the Xandri dust, using the GW Xandri dust spray. Beanie Games gave us a couple of tins to use on it. Sprayed that, and then just with the airbrush in all of the recesses, go in with the basically the Reikland Flesh Shade wash, and then that gives some really, really nice what they're called, highlights and low lights, as it were. So we have 2 in the blue. Now just clean my brush. I have a bucket, metal bucket under my table that I can just squirt the water through and get rid of any excess. And I still think a lot of garage workers and stuff like that are saying their business isn't essential, but when the vehicles start breaking down and they can't get stuff around that is essential, then yeah, you're going to be essential to get what you can done. So the next one is Druki Eye Violet, which is like a purpley colour, obviously. So I've got the blue to there, so now I'll be aiming down that sort of section for the violet. I know we were talking to Craig yesterday. Hey Joe, about the airbrush and what sort of time it makes. Yes, definitely. I was just about to start talking about that there, Foxy. The amount of time and the... I wouldn't say cheats, but... the little bits and pieces that can save you so much time. Like this, painting on this by hand would take hours. Airbrush, no time at all. I'm going on quite thick with that. The next cover will also... I think the purple out of the three is probably the strongest tone. So you'll hear a lot of people say that the time that you save using an airbrush put into the detail side of the work. If you're working for a bit, like doing it as a full-time job, a lot of that goes out the window. Oh, ran out. We are totally different. Thank you, Sarah. We are totally different to what Rasta does and his level of painting. I would be nowhere near that sort of level. I can see it's just started to... So, what I'll quickly do here is where it's starting to possibly run, air only, no liquid coming out, just to dry off where I'd been. That should dry down a bit. So yeah, the work that Rasta does is way, way, way out of my league. One, I just don't have time to be doing that sort of level. I don't think I've ever pushed myself to that sort of level. One day maybe try it, but you know, it's... There we go. We do it for a business where we're selling tabletop ready product. Rasta is doing Golden Demon display, top of the shelf stuff. Yeah, I base coated and washed it. I look for the most economical way of doing something, time-wise, product-wise. If there's something out there that makes my life easy, like an airbrush, I'm all over it. I'll let them dry. One of the things that we use on nearly everything that we do, and I was talking to them today, and they're going to send us a couple of samples, and they're absolutely fantastic. Even during the crisis, we've run out of some of our tufts of grass. So let me just clean this off. Gamer's Grass in Poland have managed to sort out an order for me so I can get some work done. So these are what we get from, I'll move it out the way, Gamer's Grass. A little pack of tufts, and you just take them off. They are self-adhesive, but we always put a little bit of PVA on, stick them down, and you get instant scenic base. and we use them on everything that we do. I've not got anything laid around other than them two. We have... I've got it laid all over my table as well. So, for the desert stuff, we have the desert tufts. This is swamp and burnt for like, going over rough terrain and stuff like that. They do flowers. They do bigger green tufts. So like lichen bracken sort of stuff. So it's a little bit. There you go. You can just see it a little bit deeper. They also do great little packs. Now I picked these up from Firestorm this week because I needed some of them desperately, and these have 4 different ones in, and this is the Marshland set, says across there. So the Marshland set comes with 4 different half packs. So that's a normal pack, and it costs about £4. And that's basically 2 lots of it, but 4 different types, and then £9. Hi, Clive. So what we have with that is basically basing sewn up. I use a lot of Vallejo stuff, so earth texture with different washes over, come out in loads of different ways. I've already done a video on our YouTube channel of different versions of that if you want to see how that comes out. And you can go, it's the same stuff that I use on my mud bases, on my mud and sand bases, anything like that, anything that's got like bits of raised bits. I tend to use the earth, and it's £10 a tub. It's pretty decent for the money. So this is still slowly drying. So the last one, sorry, is Seraphim Sepia. And I think I've done these a bit bigger than I did last time. And I've got to be honest, that purple, let me just adjust that camera because that's absolutely way too bright. I feel I've got the overlay too high. That's a bit better. Don't know why it's just doing it on the purple gamma. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. It doesn't. It is a lot. New camera. Yeah, it's not as bright as that in hand, but it'll dull down again anyway with the. We do a dry brush over the top of it once we've done. So you blend it in with the purple a bit for the Seraphim. And that's, again, drying it off, starting to get a bit, yeah, see that? A little bit too much. So, I'll put that there. Let that dry off naturally a bit and do this one. So yeah, I got the times at the start of this wrong. We'll do the... I'll put the giveaway up at 8:30, not 9:30. Definitely got the timings wrong. So I wouldn't even attempt this without the airbrush. Not to this sort of level. There we go. Ooh, ran out as well. So let me get this dried off a bit. Definitely got a little bit too much on that, and not enough there. And the other thing is, when you're using this, it goes really, really matte. It's a Sparmax. I can't remember the model number, but I know it was there. It was one of their top of the range when we picked it up. I've just so it doesn't. Sorry, I'm just checking what the comments are coming through. I've just realised that some of it doesn't show up on the chat bar. I know I'm catching most of yous in the normal chat, but right. Yeah, I've got Facebook set up on multi-stream, but I don't know how I did it, but I've actually hosted the stream in the Legion group, and there's a lot of people talking on there, and I'm missing it all, so sorry if I'm missing any chat over there. If you need to ask anything, because I've just noticed Snowy kicking out a lot of hot air again. Cheers, Snowy. And a lot of people waving from over there. If you want to chat and come over and see, then if you pop over to Twitch and join on that, it would be brilliant. But watch from wherever you're happy with. We just have a look for this for. It was. Don't quote me on it, Captain Rex, but I think it was the Sparmax TC620X Professional. I'd have to go underneath and look at it, but it was about £290–300. I've been buying the Chinese ones, about the £90 ones, and I was breaking them. I was going through about one every 6 months, just because of the amount that we use it. Touch wood, this one has been pretty much spot on since we got it, and I must thank Tom at Harlequins for sorting it out for us. He got us a couple of really nice bits for our setup, so a big shout out to Tom and Harlequins. Yeah, so there we go. Going back to the tufts, I had a good chat with Gamers Grass today, and they're going to, with the order that they sorted out for me, which has been absolutely fantastic in this climate as it is, they're going to also send some bits over on Friday for us to have a look at, review, use, and maybe do a giveaway as well. So at 9:30, 8:30, I keep getting it wrong, we're going to have a giveaway. I'm hoping everyone's points should have gone up by then. Let's have a quick look. I need to keep check on this because obviously it's the first one, and I don't have a nanny bot yet. I definitely need a nanny bot. Betting, polls, user management, loyalty schemes. So yeah, everyone that has donated tonight has got themselves 2,500 points for the donations, which is also thank you very much for donating. Again, we still need to play around. I think you're getting a credit a minute, credit every 5 minutes, so I might have to reset the cost of the giveaway a bit, because I want everyone to be able to enter today. Yeah, tickets are 5 each. 5 each for tickets. You do have to be a follower to win, so as long as you're following, you should be alright. I'm going to put a little bit of the sepia down on the jets as well, just to break the colour up so it's not just all silver. Can you see that? There we go. So I'm sure Zoe will introduce you to some of the fun things that we've got in the chat, like dueling people and heists and stuff like that. If Zoe's even listening. There we go. I definitely need a Zoe bot. We're going to do some more of these, Captain Rex. So tomorrow night, probably a little bit earlier, because I was going to say Zoe has school in the morning, but she won't have. Technically she does. She's been very good. She gets up and she's sitting and going through all the school. Hello. See if people are doing the... see if you can do some of the dueling and stuff like that, Zoe. So, I think that's it for airbrushing for now. So I would normally, at this point, putting it away, strip and clean my airbrush and not upset raster in the slightest. So, as I said, it's the three. Sorry, so you have Drakenhof Nightshade, Druchii, and the Saracen Sepia, and they give a great. I use it on tank guns, heat shields, anything that, any metal that would have a heat distortion. It comes out really nice. Zoe, come down and make us a drink. She missed that one. Bet she doesn't eat. Oh, yeah. Why do you... I need a Zoe bot for a drink. Right, I'll let them dry off before I do any more dry brushing and stuff. I'd like to get the pods and the bases done tonight. I don't think I'll get these fellas done tonight. I'll get some of them done. So, again, Reichland Flesh Shade. Once I find it. So, pot this time. Yeah, it's a 10-point minimum duel. I've just seen that. Do you want me to change it? Modules. Yeah, I've changed that.
What do you want?
Can you do as a sneak?
Yeah.
Can I just have another one of the purples?
Do you want it in this specific
You might.
bottle?
You might as well, because it's had it in today. So, C3PO was... He was primed black, just using the the Badger Miniature Black. Then brushed on liquid gold. This stuff's really... It says liquid gold on it, and it's not far off liquid gold. Just making us a drink at the moment, right? So there we go. That's sealed-ish. They do a whole range of them, but that's really the only one that I've ever found a good use for. So the next thing is getting the washes down on him, just so he doesn't look so bright, because at the moment he does look like he is gold plated. So Reichland Flesh Shade, sorry, just run it in. Thank you, Trouble.
Why do you need a Zoe bot?
Just for helping out on the stream and stuff like that.
And being a drink slave.
And a drink slave. So that's Sneak. Energy drink, keeps me awake, keeps me going. And it's meant for gamers, but it's okay for this. And it's all natural, not like Red Bull. So, as I was saying about the raffle later on, once it's up and running, that will be the prizes. So there's a very nice set of target locks from Cogger 2, the Transformer ones in the bottom right hand corner. There is a set of cards from various events for X-Wing in the top right hand corner. That's all one lot. There is a set of 4 Legion cards. One was from the last Primes. No, the Primes before. Star Championships or Primes before, which was the speeder bikes, and then a couple from various game night kits and weekend events that we've done. And there we go. It dulls it down a bit because he does look way too bright. Again, this I keep getting asked brushes. I use for the good work. I've got a number 2 that I use for all my heavy washing. I've also got another number 2 broken toad in my rack that I use for actual painting. So I've got one for each. So I'm not mixing and matching. I do like the broken toads work really well for, especially for the wash, getting the wash. When I'm doing pin washes and stuff like that, I use the number 1, and the point on that is phenomenal. I can get the washes or the actual pin wash into everything that I need to. And So what's everyone been painting in their hobby time at the moment? Ooh, too much. So I'll put them to one side. No space before the D in dual. So it's exclamation dual, all one word sort of thing. And if you don't win, you can hit him anywhere. Right, so some people saw me doing a rescue job on these fellas the other day, and I said I was going to, with big cheap brushes. Hi, Snowy. Streamlabs made it. I got asked a few times about how I do the metallic black look on my Death Troopers. So, I am going to show you. So this is just, again, the Minitier black paint, black primer. Let's get rid of the prizes. You're a bad man. Bad man. And airbrush time again. So what we do, and I won't be able to do all of it because the drying time on these is ridiculous. So once the black's down, you take Vallejo 064, which is 71064 model brush metallic air, and it's their chrome range. And I'll just show you this. I'm very reluctant to put it on the wet palette. So this is black rubber, as you can see, and that's the coverage that it gives. That is literally coating jet black rubber without any showing through whatsoever. So, Death Troopers, black Death Troopers getting sprayed in chrome. I know a lot of people have, if you wonder what that is, it's the protection cap that goes over. A lot of people have been a bit bemused by why I use chrome on them, but there's still some so I do need a glove. So you can see how much that covers. Right, what I am going to do, because you do get some overspray with these, is move these fellas out the way for now. And I don't really want C3PO getting too happy. So, Death Troopers. In chrome, and it is very bright. It's probably the brightest silver that I've ever found, other than that gold, but I don't think gold works. So again, coverage on it is phenomenal. Very bright stuff. Very bright. Hi, Jack, mate. Ooh. I'm doing the Death Troopers that... Remember I talked about the Death Troopers a while back, Jack? Here is a set actually getting done in the silver, the chrome. They are bright. I didn't realise how bright it shows up on there either. So something, I don't know if anyone noticed, but have I got anything to... I've got one of... A friend of mine brings me the bottle caps for using as mixing paint or having airbrush thinner in, just so I can use it rather than a tub somewhere that I can knock over all the time. I knock these over. But a bit of a demonstration about using the airbrush. A lot of people complain because it splats. So if you take the airbrush and point straight at it, at that point, whatever's on the tip, if you haven't cleaned it, is going onto your model. So the way I've picked up doing it, I don't know whether it's a good habit or a bad habit, I've just noticed that's not covered enough. I can show you on this now then, is aim from hand, let the air start coming through so it splats on my hand, move it over to the model, and then release the paint coming out gently. That way, the only thing that you ruin is the glove. And the gloves are about ruined anyway. So, I'm just blowing through with air now. Should I be brave? So, R2-D2 has a silver head. Yeah, I think I did. I'm just hoping that people and that's a bit more detailed with the airbrush. Yes, thank you, Foxy. There we go. Just the silver on the top of the things. And I did that without masking, just with control, like, just that. You can actually go a lot finer. So, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. I'm not going to be able to with this. It's the paint. Yes, sorry. That's about as fine as you can go with this one. If you've got the black paint in and stuff like that, you can go down to about 1 millimetre, which is really, really, really good. I'll just clean the brush off. And compressor goes away. Becomes quiet. See, I told... Oh, you can't see it. I told you I knocked the pots over. Alright, let me just empty this. So as I was saying, that's... it's, I believe, single malt whiskey drum. It's probably worth an absolute fortune, but it's just full of paint and water, where I decant all the tops and bits like that. Glove off. That one can go in the bin because it's been used on all the sides. So, with the Death Troopers, yeah, I wish it was full of whiskey. I'll leave these dry properly and set them up there. And basically with them, I now just sit for 10 minutes every couple of hours and hit it with Nulling oil. So I will just go all over till it gets a complete coating of Nulling oil. Leave it for a couple of hours. If it gets to the point where the recesses are becoming a little bit dark and you need to back it off a bit, I'll then do exactly what I did on these for that, and I'll put the Nulling oil through the airbrush, and it just gives it an all-over black glaze, so it darkens it up a bit. So, actually quite happy with the amount of work I've got done. So these shows are not going... Well, they will become a start to finish. I'd just already started most of these before the show. Cool. Oh, I think I've gone a little bit too deep in there. That doesn't look right at all. I've still got a bit to go, Jack. There's stuff that I want to sort out and a couple of bits and pieces that I just want to sort out, some of the notifications and stuff like that, because at the moment I'm not getting all of the notifications through and stuff like that. That's... Yeah, there's a few of the things that are a bit slow on it. Timers, commands, giveaways. Yeah, we had a bit of a thank you, Snowy. That I couldn't see who that had come through from, so thank you, Snowy, for the donation. Right. So they're still a little bit damp, so I'll leave them for now. Cool. I think that's the most viewers I've ever had. So thank you everyone for watching. That is absolutely fantastic. I believe that's just on Twitch as well. I don't think it's counting the ones that we've got on Facebook either. So that is absolutely fantastic. I'll just have a quick look. Yeah, there's loads watching over there. So Snowy's saying that the Twitch is timing out. Is anyone else having that issue, or is it just... I know we had something similar the other day where I think Zoe was timing out every now and again. If so, that is something that we can look at fixing. I know for a fact that the camera is super high res for this one here. I'm just wondering if that's actually overloading it. Must be Snowy, because he lives out in the sticks. So... And... dry brush. Hello.
Hello. With the jewels,
Yes.
people are accepting and it's not working, but then it is working for some.
Yeah, because people, I think looking at it, someone went through and jeweled a load of people, and then it hasn't. They haven't cleared. Yeah, they need to clear. So just give it 5 minutes and the jewels should work again.
And also, I've been kicked out a few times and I don't know why it just keeps cutting out. At least mine did.
Yeah, someone else said that as well. I don't know. It's something we'll have to have a look at.
Yeah. Also, you might have to look at changing the treasure hunt thing.
Oh yes, we need to do all of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I wrote that down as well. Zoebot didn't work. So if anyone is having problems, then yeah, I think it could. The reason we're getting it is we've got Joe watching and Zoe watching and me streaming and other stuff going on as well. So I think we are kicking the butt of the internet connection here as well. So these fellas, this is not the work that we're doing. As I said, is nothing compared to what Rasta's. Rasta would probably do each one of the panels and go absolutely to town on it. The amount of money, obviously, we do these to sell. I don't have time. If I was to charge £400 for this set, then maybe, but we charge round about the £100 mark for these sets, and they already take, I think, they're 40 quid a set anyway, before we even start painting them. So we dry brush, we do washes, we do whatever's needed. So dry brush is, Necron compound. It gives the silver. Rub off as much as you can, and then just lightly rub over it. If you do, obviously this has come crashing down like that. If you do the dry brush in that sort of direction, just going in one direction, you get like marks as if it's hit stuff coming down, like the atmosphere and stuff like that. So you would get on this edge here, let's have a bit more. You would get the marks, but not on the back edge, if that makes sense. I don't know if you can see if that's making any difference whatsoever on the camera. Probably looks nothing. Ooh. With the dry brushing, it's basically picking out as much, there you go, of the detail as quickly as possible without spending hours doing layers and stuff like that. So if you have noticed a similarity between Hiya Callum, I'll get Zoe to sort that out later. The dry brush is just a Citadel large dry brush, mate. So yeah, if you've noticed the streams, mine and Rasta's streams looking very, very similar, it's because Rasta and Nannybot have been helping set up the bits and pieces for the stream for me. And so this will go... Thank you, Reese. And that goes into there like that. So you can actually see a bit of the... on there. Get a couple of bits on there. So... we don't glue them in either, they're just free floating. I don't know whether you can use them in and out and not actually have them part of it. It has come through quite nice. Once it dries up, it just all comes together nicely. And it's so quick. I've done 2 in, well, I did 2 in about 30 minutes. And obviously, the difference between... Can you see the difference between... There you go. You can see the difference between the two. You're just starting to pick out details with the dry brush and stuff like that. There we go. One of the oldest techniques. And this is just it's a bit what's it called? It's blue rag, but it's a bit stronger. It doesn't rip like the normal blue rag, but it also means that I can get a bit rough with it. We started with these silver today, Jack. If you go back, obviously rewatch it. I did the fade with the airbrush tonight. That's what I'm saying is it's really quick. We use a wash through the airbrush for the 3, and it dries really quick as well. It's probably not more than an hour for it to have fully dried and being able to dry brush on top of it. So get the next bits done. I can try. Let me just, because I have to refocus the camera. So that's the fade, and that's the blue that we've got on there. And obviously the dry brushing is starting to pick out. You don't rush the, as you say, you're basically taking as much off as you can, and you're not putting much on to start with. So it's, let's see if I can pick some out. So this bit here, if you do it just to get the edges, it picks up, and it just looks as though it's come through the atmosphere. And cleared it. Itchy. So yeah, what I could have done, and I do need a remote for this. That's how it looks close up. I say it was obviously with the airbrush. It's only a 20-minute job, start to finish. I'll get this done, then I'll reset the cameras. But can you see the lines as if it's come through? And so obviously a little bit more. I didn't do the other one down the bottom. So just in there, I'm getting all of the mechanical bits done. And second one, go back and do that bit. Here we go. So what you can do on the top as well is a bit of stippling, because obviously stuff will have hit that straight on. There you go. I can't get that to... There you go. Bit of stippling on that one. Swap it. Yeah, but you can see my ugly hands. I'll just do that one to get the stippling on. There you go. A couple of marks, and that's, I'd call them done. Let me get that back so we can see a bit more. Too much, take it back. And refocus. I need a remote for this. Thank you, Jack. Oh, let me put them down and then get it to focus. There we go. I'm very new with the big camera. I got it for, well, I got it around Christmas as a bit of a Christmas present to the what goal did I reach? Oh, wow. Thank you, Ulfric. Right. So, as you were asking, about the brushes, Jack, the brushes that I use for what I class as scenery, these are probably scenery pieces that I would say. Something so I don't roll about. Again, I would also do these as scenery, which I'm going to do in a minute. If I was doing... You've not seen these yet, so... If I was doing these... It's jewels for your points, Snowy. It's just a bit of fun. There's... if you type !jewel, the person's name, and then the amount that you want to bet. If you do !points, it'll tell you how many points you've earned. So, but we do have what I believe, you don't need the @ in it, Simon. Welcome, Rattler. Thank you for coming over. A lot of these guys are !points. And so, sorry, Jack. One of the things that I was talking about was dry brushes. So these are the GW dry brushes, and they're £3 or £4 each. I also bought one of the Artist Opus sets. I've had a couple of issues with the bristles coming out, but for stuff like this, I would probably use one of the Artist Opus brushes. But continuing down our line of, we're going to start selling the stuff that I use on the stream out of the shop, which you can check below. We use elf contour brushes, and thanks to Leisha, who's not in today, these are absolutely fantastic. They come in round about £4 each, and they're not far off, obviously smaller versions, but they're not far off the bristle constitution of them. Obviously these are used for your face, and they are just makeup brushes. So we're going to see if we can get the elf contour dry brushes in and run that. I can hear Jess. I can hear Jess, but I can't see her. Where's Jess? Jess, where's Jess? Oh, everything's going way too fast. Jess. Is it Jess or is it... I can't see whether it's Jess or... Lewis has come in. So yeah, I should have some of these in pretty soon. We found a decent supplier of them that can get us them, so I'll let you know, Jack. And as I say, I would use them just as much as I would use the £60 set, and £4 over a £60 set all day long. And that's, I would use it on that. So what do you think of the red one now he's finished, 90% done, Jack? Is that camera gone dark? Oh, I know what's happened. The sunlight's gone. Someone stole the sun. Let's have a bit more brightness. Oh, gamma. There we go. Ah, right. That's why I can't see him. Get with the cool kids, Jess. Join Twitch. I forgot the name of it. So yeah, that's brilliant. If you join Twitch, you can press the little purple heart at the top, and that'll increase my followers by 2. And give me some more. Sorry, drink. So, time is it? It's 8:30. So, anyone who's been on Raster's stream will know about the raffles. So, that is tonight's prizes for the raffles. There's 5 lots. There's Kay's shield upgrade. There's the 2 Firestorm cards. There is the 6 X-Wing cards in the top right hand corner. There's the 4 Legion cards, and there is the 3 target locks from Cogger 2. So when we put it live, the tickets aren't going to cost that much because I wanted everyone to be able to enter tonight. And if I can turn back time. I'm sure that's a song. There it is. Turn off the prizes. So I will start any second now. Analytics, alert box, widgets. I've got to learn my way around these a lot quicker. I've got to admit, Raster's very lucky having Alex Nannybot there with him. Giveaways. Definitely if I could turn back time. I think we've just lost... I'm trying to load the tickets up now, but I think we've just had one of the things slow down. Something went wrong. Ah. All widgets. Cloudbot. Giveaways. Come on. Right, the Cloudbot's just turned itself off, so please bear with me. Unless I have it running somewhere else. Just close that down. Extensions, insights, community content. And so I thought we'd lost internet there. So we haven't lost internet. We've just lost Streamlabs for a minute. Cloudbot, all widget. Come on, Cloudbot. Right, someone do a points check for me, see if it's working. Cheers, Snowy. Yeah. For some reason, we're struggling to get... Yeah, the raffle's not working, Ulfric. It's just errored and then won't come back on. I'm not. I'm actually on a PC. But under giveaways, it's gone blank. Huh. Yeah, the points are working, which means Streambot's working on here. I wonder if I go in via... Yep, just nearly logged out. Definitely don't want to do that. Dashboard. Streamlabs. Cloudbot. Ah. Betting, user minute. Cool. Fixed it. No idea how. So I'm going to start the giveaway now while it's still working. And I'll just double check everything's set. So it's 5 tickets each. And you have to be a follower. Yep. You need to hit the heart at the top of the screen to be a follower to actually win the giveaway. So type exclamation, hold on, Ulfric. Hold your horses. You type exclamation points, and every 5 minutes that you watch, you get a point. Or if you donate to the if you donate to the channel, you get 500 points. Some people got extra tonight. So let's go. Yay, it works. Hallelujah. So why do you only have 15, Snowy? Let me have a look at there. I'll lose, because everyone's going to go mad on tickets here. I'll lose your chat in a minute, Snowy, but I'll have a look what's gone wrong. Loyalty, highest. Try it now, Snowy. Raffle 5. There you go. You've got your points now. Yeah. Your maximum raffle's 5, and it's only going to cost you 25 thingy anyway. Yeah. Yeah. I did it for the first day. You get 500 per pound. I think Ulfric's gone storming into the lead as usual. Space 5, Snowy. Hey, you received 5 tickets. When we have subs up and running, you will get an extra ticket for subs. While it's the small giveaways and stuff like that, it's not so much. But we're going to have, very similar to Rasta, some really big... Yeah, you've got a lot of credits. Jack... let me have a look. So, Jack Wumper. You're on here somewhere. Try now, Jack. As I say, we are having teething errors, teething things at the moment. So... I do need to look at the settings. Per one, yeah. Some edits there. Right, sorry. Thank you everyone again for putting up with me blundering through the stream setup. It will get a lot better, and I won't be as bad. You can only have 5, Snowy, and you've already got 5. I think. Did you get your 5? Yeah. Boo Boo Hamster, you received 5 tickets. Further up. So, I'm going to use that dry brush again. Where I've lost my dry brush. One of my older ones. So, I found these at Expo. I think Snowy was with me when I found these. So these are Model Painter large dry brush. They are quite coarse, great for scenery. The only thing that's missing off them is the blue tip, and they are the old GW monster or the large dry brushes. Really good. Took me a while to find them because they also do a dead tiny one. Yeah, everyone that enters, please make sure you're following, because you won't get entered into the raffle. You can buy the tickets, but it won't enter you unless you're a follower. Big cheap brushes. Yeah. I think it was something like I got 5 for a £5 from that ABC brushes or whatever it was. So to do these, we're going with Tyrant Skull. Obviously, is it Tyrant Skull that I use or Terminatus? Tyrant Skull, to give the yellow tinge to the sand. Again, it's way too much. So scrub it in. I'll move this over here. So there we go. Yeah, it was ABC. So again, this isn't such a finesse one. There you go. You can see the sand ridges coming in, the sand rolling down where we've put the earth on. So really easy technique, dry brushing. It goes back to finding fingerprints, because if you look on there, I don't know if you can see it. I think this warrants a zoom in. Nope, it's not going to work. No. I've managed to get my fingerprint into the primer underneath. Such professionalism. So, we'll do the giveaway at 9 o'clock. So there is stonework there, there's stonework here, which I do go a bit heavy on. Try and get the brush out, bristle off. So a bit heavier than on there, just to bring it out. So, yeah. And that. Do you know what I've never noticed before? Working under the camera actually gives you a better idea of bits that you've missed. You getting beaten up, Foxy. So that. Cool. I'll do the other one, and then I'll get the brickwork done as well, because the brickwork gets a bit way too much. Make sure it scrubs in well. And So I know people have been asking questions, but is there anything people would like to see me paint or stream doing? I know I was trying to get through these and get onto some X-Wings. I was going to do this is my own, which is the TIE Whisper conversion that I did. It's a TIE SF and TIE Silencer wings on it. And I was going to do that in the same sort of colours that I do the rest of my ships. I do the silver with the null in, and then drop it back to some blue fades on it as well. Yeah. An intro game would be cool. So, tomorrow night, Zoe, my daughter, who's upstairs, who'll probably bounce downstairs any second to be on the stream, has challenged me to a game of X-Wing. So, me playing X-Wing would be like a starter game, an intro. So, if you come back tomorrow night, I think it's going to be around about 6 o'clock, a little bit earlier, because Zoe's got skill. No, she hasn't got skill. I know what I mean. Oh, is Kay back in? Kay. Hell yes, mate. I'll paint that for you. So that's them two done. So that was Tyrant Skull dry brush, but there is Longbeard Grey, which is very, very light grey. Cool. I just timed out someone. So, yes, sorry. The grey. Over the top. I just. Yeah, I probably need some moderators on board as well at some point. So, where the stone is, to take it away from being just pure sandstone, adding the grey, just very lightly, lighter than that. Is the... Oh, man. I even asked you for your tag works. If anyone wants anything from Kate, is under one of our sponsor links underneath. We've got 3 sponsors running at the moment. Quite welcome for more. I don't mind having 30 sponsors. But the link to all Kate's stuff is in... It's just down... I think if I remember rightly, it'll be down here somewhere. So yeah, given that a bit brighter. Get a quick blast. There we go. And again for the other one. Try not to get as much on this time. So what time have we got? 10 minutes for the raffle. And I've been on 2 hours. I haven't got as much. I got a lot more done yesterday because I wasn't playing around as much with the stream, and obviously with you lot being in tonight, it's helped me set some stuff up. It's absolutely been fantastic. 20 people in, 19 people in the channel. We just went down when I said it. Yeah, I'm blown away. So a game tomorrow, I might have Joe helping out, asking questions that you're asking while I'm playing against Zoe on X-Wing. Zoe hasn't played for a while, and I'm just crap at X-Wing anyway, so it would be like a beginner's. So there we go. So again, you can go like the peaks if you put a little bit extra onto the peaks from the Terminator store. You get an extra level of basically highlighting, but there we go. I'm going to call them done, and because as I said, these aren't masterpieces. More luck than good judgment. And look how my final, look how my we're not as blessed as Rasta Rattler. We may only have 2 factions because I only have Imperials. I have a small amount of yes, and the last time Zoe played, she came 3rd at Warlords, kicking everyone's backside there. So I only have Imperials and a couple of Jedi Starfighters and a couple of bits like that. Zoe plays Imperials because she loves her dad, and she would never go to the dark side of the terrorists. And then probably we'll have a look, see what bits and pieces are kicking about. I might run double decimators, see how the double decimators do. I keep meaning to get them back on. Yeah, evil daughter, but for the right reasons. So anyway, what was I going to do? Yes, the quick one of this was, I need a stick to get a can. So because I've basically finished these now and know my clumsiness, I will probably drop something on them and scratch them and stuff like that. Work it. Scum and honest. So with all my products that I sell, I have 2 ways of protecting it, varnishing it. One that I've just started using, which is Vallejo's Mecha Varnish, matte varnish. I only ever use matte product. I've had a couple of problems with this, and I've since then found out, I don't know if you can see very clear. No, you can't. It's just bright white. This settles. So I actually bought some agitators to go into it. I just haven't done it yet, and it needs a good shake up again. So in the meantime, I have a rattle can, and it is Tester's Dull Coat. This stuff is fantastic. This stuff isn't far off it through the airbrush when it's not all congealed in the bottom and all the matte medium isn't sat down there where you can actually see it there. See all the matte medium sat at the bottom? That needs to be properly mixed in. So, but if I want to do stuff quick, it's one of them. And I need my, excuse me while I go behind the secret curtain. Some bloke from Wizard of Oz behind here. You'd be shocked if you saw where I was actually doing this, by the way. So, I have a baking tray that I've used for years. One of those sheets that's now probably, it's like solid cardboard. But it just stops these sticking to the non-stick surface. I've never used the primers yet, because obviously I've got so much of this the Badger stuff. When I bought my airbrush, Steve from Badger UK, Steve Puffer, gave us an absolute stack of samples, and I actually bought a 250ml tub of each one of the colours. So that's what I bought. I've had that for 2 years. and I do, you know how much painting I do. There's that much left in the bottom of it now, but that's 2 years worth. They reckon it's the same equivalent coverage, because it's obviously more controlled, as over 50 rattle cans. So that saved me £500. Cool, 36. That's impressive. So, as I say, Tester's dull coat for a rattle can, if you haven't got an airbrush, is absolutely fantastic. Should be done outside, shouldn't be done inside, but it's just a quick dusting. Seals all the high points that I missed, and dulls off any of the wash. So sometimes with the wash pools you can get gloss from it. So simple as that, and they then go away somewhere where I don't knock them over, or at least knock them over till later when you're not watching. You can pick this stuff up. It ranges. It depends how much is in the country at the time. I've had them as cheap as a £5, but I've seen them as expensive as 15. For doing stuff like these fellas, I'd probably pay the 15. £5, which my last batch were. I don't mind doing it on the scenery. And these should have been done as well, but I'll wait till they're finished and then I can stand them in them afterwards. So we're getting close to 9 o'clock, and time for the... So we're going to have... Yeah, it stinks, Zoe. What I will do is I'll put a quick link to the prizes up again, and I'll ask some questions. I'm not going to start anything just yet on the other stuff. I'll probably have most of this done by next week. I'm going to do a couple just impromptu ones during the day when I'm sat and I've got stuff on the table. It doesn't work every day because obviously I'm up and down. I'm painting for 10 minutes in every hour. Yeah. What I'll do is, after we've done this giveaway, or do I give you... Has everyone got tickets that they want? And I'll just get a couple of bits down that we've done. I'm going to knock stuff all over. As long as it's not the camera that I'm knocking. Can you see right up my armpit? So, another couple of minutes before it all runs out. So, a couple of the jobs that we've done that we've got up on eBay. Let's take that off again. This is the new clone tank. It has various options to remove the head and stuff like that. Some of our stencils, which again, we'll do some of the stencil work. The only thing that I did mess up on was when I went to do the base. I forgot to put the lines on, so I need to do the lines from another base when I sort the next one out. I've got another 4 to paint. Looks like I've got another 5 to paint, with Kate sending one down as well. So yeah, that was the first one that I did in the red and cream colours. I did a blue one that didn't even last on eBay for 10 minutes. Yes, they're a huge piece of kit. Trying to think, what have I got that you would know? Primaris Marine? Where's my Primaris Marine gone? I did have my Primaris Marine kicking about. There we go. Knock all the cameras. So that's a Primaris Marine. that's a Primaris Sergeant. So you can actually see the size comparison. Stood side by side. Let's see if I can get it. There you go. So there's another thing. You want to see my pile of shame that I need to paint. So yeah, we did a couple of them. I did like the blue one a little bit better. We've just done I did a pair of these. I did one for eBay and one for one of my customers. A couple of different options on them. We've done a couple of different Vaders. So I've got a Vader with the glow on it. Oop, and a Vader that jumped away. And a Vader without the glow on. And a head now. Both using different basing, but both still using the tufts from Gamer's Grass. Then we've got a Luke. You can actually see they're all on eBay if you want closer pictures, or on our website. If you go to our Facebook page as an album. And then I've just started this fella. This is the Gen Con exclusive Darth Vader. I had a second one of these this week come from Italy. Yeah. So this is the one that I started painting ages ago. I need to put some time into it. So all of this sort of stuff is stuff that I'm going to start doing on the stream if people want to see it. Is there, as I said, is there anything people want to see, like to see? X-Wings. I can paint X-Wing ships, show people how to do it quickly, get good effects from like basic ways of dry brush, washes, that sort of stuff. We'll put up some sort of your flesh guide. Wow, cheers. Yes, I will do a flesh guide. What type of flesh? Oh my. Used to are working against me. You know I can't do. Out of everything, if you noticed, Stormtrooper, no flesh. Vader, no flesh. Luke, very minimal flesh, not very well done. No, he's not too bad. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, God. So that. Yeah, he has spent a little bit. He was on Tatooine, but he's always going to be suntanned. Cheers, Kerr. And keep going. I definitely need a remote for my camera. There we go. Right. The glow is... I cheat with the glow. I use the airbrush. I will do a... Oh, he's saying... I will do a glow, which isn't a problem. That's not that one. The problem might be is the product. I cheat with glow. Yes. Oh God, cheers, Kit. I use GW's old glaze, the red glaze through airbrush. Very, very light. That, if I remember rightly, that's probably between 10 and 15 coats of it. Just very light, very light. You could do the same with the brush, but I think it's just a little bit longer. But and then you have to blend it and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll have a look at a flesh. I'll try and get something big like a bust or something like that and do some flesh. I'll learn with yous. The other thing is, I'm learning every day. I've picked up stuff in the last week that I've never ever even thought of. Raster's given me ideas and stuff like that. So I'm constantly picking up new ideas and new stuff as we go. So an ogre would be a good choice, but I've just given it to Raster to paint. He got my ogreoid. Which, if you go over to his stream on Mondays, he's doing an absolute amazing job of it. Right, so let's go for this. Go to the giveaways. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's quite a few of you entered it. I will now close the entries in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. So, right. I've never done this before. I've not even done it properly in practice. So, I will go down them. I will pick one of them out, put it here, and go, the next one is this. And then I will look around for a pen and write on the plastic bag who won it. So, if you win anything, if you go below down here somewhere, there's a contact us that basically puts it through to the contact page on our shop. So if you contact us through there, put your screen name in, and when you put your screen name in, let us know who you are, give us your address, and we'll send them out at the earliest possible. I do reiterate that it will be the earliest possible. I can't promise anything at the way stuff's going. Joe managed to get deliveries out today for us. It's hit and miss, and I don't really like Joe out in the middle of all of the virusy stuff at the moment. But we will get the stuff to you, even if we have to put it in bonded storage at ProTech Manor. So, the first winner will be for the set of 6 cards. It's Corran, Foresight, Black Squadron Ace, Heroic, Shield Upgrade, and one of the really hard to get Dukes, which is in the 1.0, 2.0. And the first winner for these is Ulfric. Nice one, mate. So, I've put it on the bag. I've put it in there. And... Oh, frick. Second one. We will go for... saving the best for last, I think. The 2 cards from Firestorm Firecast. Thanks for the guys for having me on and making me so nervous that it was unreal. It's a really nice 7th Sister and a fire control system alt art. And it's Captain Rex. Well done, Captain Rex. I'll put that on. Captain Rex. Okay. So, the next one. The next one we will go for the Legion cards. So there's Imperial Royal Guards. There is the E-Web Blaster. There is Tauntauns. That looks class, even for a Tauntaun. And there is Z6 Speeder Bike. They're all double-sided, but the art is extended on the back and they look really cool. So, pick a winner. And we get... Snowy! Oh, sorry, Boo Boo Hamster. Well done, Snowy. I'll keep hold of that one for you, mate. I won't go sending it out. And next, we will go for Cogatoo's wrong way. Target lock tokens. I use these at the System Open. I think they're absolutely brilliant. Liam Hall, absolutely fantastic. So, the winner of the Cogatoo, and Simon or Foxy will know exactly what these are from. And the winner is Jack. I'll keep hold of them ones for you, Jack, mate. So, into the bag again, and oh, I've lost the pen. Yeah, they are amazing. And thanks for Cogatoo again. Amazing guys. Support the X-Wing community massively. And the big one, big-ish one, the really nice shield upgrade in very, very, very doorstep thick acrylic. And that goes to, drum roll, Captain D-Man. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not sure who Captain D-Man is. But contact us. Let us know. And this will be sent out to you. Go on, give us a clue. Who are you, Captain D-Man? I've wrote it all down. So, well done everyone that's won. Anyone that knows me knows these bits and pieces. We'll be able to do lots of little giveaways. The shop will post out. There's no problems with that unless you live around the corner, and then you can either come and get it or I'll. Okay, Dan. I'll keep hold of that one for you as well, mate. So thank you very much for entering that. I've got all your names in there. We've had a good test of the system tonight. That, other than the little trouble where, they do have shields, so you'll be fine for that. Let's have a look. So the things that we've managed to test, the stream chat's been working. The startup goal actually got smashed. I was only expecting a couple of quid tonight. That is absolutely fantastic, guys. I am going to use the money from the startup goal and the future goals to get bits and pieces for the stream. In the future, where I'm painting something like this, I'll go down the route of painting something on the live stream, and then exactly like Rasta does, I will then give that away. I just don't have the bits and pieces to start up with to start giving stuff away straight away. So that's been fantastic. That'll give me a couple of things that I can buy from Beanies and paint, and then go down the route of giving them away. And hopefully we can work alongside Rasta, and we're hoping to do some cross streams and stuff like that, and work through bits and pieces. So next one, I'll keep a set of these fellas, and I'll show you how far they're gone. R2 and C3PO might have got finished by then, because obviously we need to get them up on the shop. But I'll find some more. We'll sit and paint and chat, and we'll work some other bits and pieces out and see what else we can do. So it is now 9:15. Wow, that's time's flown. Thank you everyone for watching. It's been fantastic tonight. I'm definitely going to do more. The fact we've had 17, well, we've got 17 watches now. We've had up to 20 at some points, according to my Twitch manager, 23 at one point. So drop us a message if you want me to paint anything, to see anything like that. I'll stick it up on the stream, have a go at painting it. Even if it's something that I've never done and I'm not very good at, we'll give it a go. Then you can all laugh at me for making an absolute pig's ear of something and me having to strip it down, which does happen. So thanks. Please, if you haven't already, follow the channel, like the website, like the Facebook page, do all that sort of stuff, and we shall keep you informed, and we'll see you probably tomorrow night for a bit of gaming, maybe during the week for some impromptu videos. Oh, I might do that as well, mate. And then see you next Wednesday. Catch us all soon. Bye-bye.